Very well, Counsel. We resume proceedings.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Honorable Commissioners, I call Mr. Sheriff Sawaneh, Competence Company Limited.
Repeat after me. I swear by the Almighty Allah.
I swear by the Almighty Allah.
That the evidence I shall give to this commission.
That the evidence I shall give to this commission.
Shall be the truth.
Shall be the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing.
And nothing.
But the truth.
But the truth.
So help me Allah.
So help me God.
Thank you. You can wait for
Could you tell the Commission your names, please?
Sheriff Sawaneh.
Where do you live, Mr. Sawaneh?
Kololi.
What work do you do?
Contractor.
You're a contractor.
Yes.
Do you own a company? Do you have
Yes.
shares in a company?
Yes.
Do you manage it?
Yes.
What is the company called?
Competence.
Just Competence?
Yeah, Competence Company Limited and
Competence.
Protein Product.
Competence Company Limited?
Yes.
And?
Protein Product.
And Protein Product?
Yes.
Is that one company or two companies?
Two.
There are two companies?
There are two companies.
All right. Would you like to sit down?
Thank you.
I'd like to show you a document that has been admitted in this commission. It's BB 25.
Okay.
That's a certificate.
Counsel, what's the number? Of
BB 25.
BB.
BB.
Thank you.
B for bank. But BB 25. That's a certificate of incorporation.
Yes.
Is that the company, your company?
Yes.
Competence Company Limited.
Yes.
We don't have certificate of incorporation of protein product. Do you have certificates of incorporation for protein product?
Yes, ma'am.
And the memorandum and articles of association?
Yes. That's for protein product. And then
Let's see the documents you have for protein product.
they are all in originals.
I didn't get what you just said.
I said they are all in original for protein product.
They are all in original.
Yes.
That's very good. Let's have them, please. Thank you. And I also have BB25 back. Bring back. Okay, thanks. Who are the shareholders of Protein Products Limited?
It's myself and Phil Collins.
Yourself and?
Phil Collins, a British national.
That's Philip Matthew Perkins.
Yes, yes.
Philip Matthew Perkins.
Perkins, yes.
He owns 51% and you 49%.
49, yes.
Is this company in operation?
No. We stopped operation, I think, more than 7, 8 years ago. It's mainly for peanut export to UK.
I'm going to apply to have these documents submitted. We will photocopy them and give you back the originals.
Thank you.
We will admit it and we'll photocopy and apply for the commission to release the originals to you and substitute them with photocopies. You understand?
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Chairman, may I apply to have admitted certificate of incorporation dated 19th day of October 2005 and certificate of business registration dated 12th October 2004 as well as the memorandum of association a memorandum and articles of association of Protein Products Gambia Limited.
memorandum and articles of association of Protein Products Gambia Limited, both dated 9th October 2004, plus business registration certificate of same dated 12th October 2004, admitted mark MS 68. Council, there is another certificate here, but it does not seem to relate at all to the exhibit MS 68. It is said to be General Parcel Services Limited, Certificate of Incorporation. So you may seek clarification.
Indeed, Mr. Chairman, I must have overlooked it. Mr. Sawaneh.
Yes.
What is this certificate of incorporation for? It is actually a certificate of incorporation for a company. General Parcel Services Limited, 19th day of October 2005.
No,
is this one of your companies as well?
Yeah, but it never,
Is it one of your companies?
Yes, but it has never been in operation since, we registered it. And
do you have the memorandum and articles of association for this company?
Not with me, but I can find out, yes.
Yeah, we will require that you produce it.
Okay.
How many companies do you operate?
So far, it's only one.
We know of two. We know of two in this commission: Competence Company, and the one you tendered today, Protein
Yes.
Food.
Yeah, but that is not in operation for the last 8 years. I said so also.
So at the moment, you are only operating one company.
Currently, yes, it's only Competence Company Limited.
Yes. Okay. How many companies have you incorporated?
I think, if my memory serves, you register companies, and then later along the line, it will not be
Sorry,
operational.
I can't hear what
If
you're
my
saying.
memory serves me, 3 or 4.
3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the fourth one? We know the third one now is General Parcel Services Limited. Which one is the fourth one?
I don't remember very well. My mind didn't recall, because I've registered company that has never taken effect.
You're saying there was a fourth one which also did not operate.
Yes.
We would require that you provide the name for the
No
purpose
problem.
of having complete records.
That's fine, ma'am.
This General Parcel Services Limited, what was it supposed to be doing?
It was for only medical, material with a Dutch national, but, he passed away.
I'm sure the commissioners can't hear what you're saying.
I said it was for medical, materials.
Medical materials.
Yes, like, medicines.
Okay.
Yeah, it was registered for that purpose, but actually
What
it hasn't.
about to do what with medicines?
No, it's just like to open pharmacy.
It was for a pharmacy.
Mm-hmm.
General Parcel Services?
Yeah, yes.
It's for a pharmacy.
Yeah, for a pharmacy.
Did you get to have a
No,
license?
we registered it, and then, it has never taken place, so.
You're saying we, you and who?
Yeah.
By we, you mean yourself and who?
With a Dutch national called William de Brewer, but he passed away.
William?
William, if
Can
I
you
bring
spell the name?
Willem.
Surname?
D-E
B-E?
B-R-U-N-E-S.
B-E?
B-R-U-N-E-S.
D for David.
No, B for Banjul.
B-E-B-R-U-N-E-S.
Yes.
And you say he passed away.
Yeah. But
When?
I will provide you the memorandum of association.
Okay, very well. We expect you to provide the memorandum articles for General Parcel Services Limited and the fourth company which you say did not operate.
Yeah.
Now, let's go back to the protein food. What was protein food doing?
We were buying peanut, processing, and then sending, export it to UK, Wales.
Exporting peanuts to?
Yeah, peanut to Wales, to UK.
Where were you operating from?
It was one time in Denton Bridge, just immediately, the two big stores immediately after the petrol station on your right, going to Banjul.
When you say you stopped operating, was the company liquidated?
Yes.
Was it liquidated?
Well, I sent to AG Chamber that the company no more exists.
What do you mean I sent? What did you send?
A letter.
You sent a letter?
Yeah, to AG Chamber.
Do you have a copy of the letter you sent?
Yeah, this was a long time ago, but I will try and find it.
A long time ago, meaning how many years ago?
It was incorporated 2004, and then 2 years after operation, around maybe 2006, 2007, if my memory serves me well.
Okay. We would require that you provide a copy of the letter to Attorney General's chambers.
Okay.
I'm going to show you BB13. This is from Trust Bank, and I'd like you to tell us whether you're connected, you have any connections to the BB13.
Yes.
That's a bank statement from Trust Bank
Trust
Limited.
Bank, yes.
It's for Sheriff Sawaneh and Protein Food.
Yes.
Is that your bank statement?
Yes.
Mr. Sawaneh, Protein Food is a limited liability company. Do you have a bank statement for Competence Company Limited?
Yes.
In which banks?
Not with me.
In which banks?
Ajib Bank.
Can you, sorry?
Ajib Bank. Islamic Bank.
Islamic Bank.
Yeah.
Arab Gambia Islamic Bank.
Arab Gambia Islamic Bank, yes.
And which other bank?
Zenith Bank.
That's also Competence Company Limited, or in your own name?
It's in my own name.
The bank account at Ajib, is it in Competence Company Limited name or your own name?
No. Competence Company.
But Zenith Bank is your own name?
Yes.
You don't have the statements with you?
No. I was only called on Saturday to come and appear.
Yes,
so obviously, I could not get any statement because the banks were closed.
All right. But you had previously been called?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Anyway, we would like you to provide all your bank statements. Are those the only bank accounts you have?
Yes.
Ajib and Zenith and Trust Bank Limited?
Yes.
You're sure about
Except personal accounts with some other banks.
So the bank statement, bank account, Zenith Bank, which you say is your name,
Yes.
is that a personal account or a business account?
His current account.
Is it a business account?
Yes.
Is it for your business? Or
Yes, yes. Sometimes, some payments are, directed there.
What do you mean?
Some payments are, been transferred there, yes.
What payments are these?
It could be from, various contracts.
Okay, so it's both.
Either private or government contracts.
So what you're saying is both.
It all depends on, the source of. Sometimes you have companies, that have account, with the same bank you are banking. Obviously, it's easy, for you to transfer the money from, one account to another within the same bank or within the same branch.
So you're saying that all these bank accounts operate both as your private bank and as your personal bank account?
Yes.
Okay, and this applies to Ajib Bank, Zenith Bank, and
Ajib
Trust Bank?
Yes.
Does it mean if you haven't picked me? I understand the battery was flat, so they were not picking me. So I'd like to know when they last picked me for the record. Did you pick the exhibit when it was admitted?
I mean, not now because we don't have to.
No, that's fine.
After we'll check.
Okay, thank you.
Check after.
All right, thank you. Mr. Sawaneh, you were saying you had a Competence Company Limited bank account at Ajib Bank.
Yes.
I have shown you your bank account, that's Sheriff Sawaneh, which is / protein food account at Trust Bank Limited. You say you have a personal account at Zenith Bank.
Yes.
But you used it sometimes for business purposes.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, let's just confirm whether you have other bank accounts apart from Trust Bank, Ajib Bank, and Zenith Bank. Do you have any other bank accounts? Whether business or personal?
Yeah, of course, personal. I have with FIB and also Guaranteed Trust Bank with, Competence, but I have never used that account, and it was not. It was opened by my partner, to say.
It was opened by?
Guaranteed Trust Bank, yes.
You never used it? You said it was opened by Guaranteed Trust Bank, but
No, by my partner in Competence Company, my other shareholder.
You'd have to speak a little bit louder so that I can understand you clearly. Thank you. So the bank account at GT Bank is Competence Company Limited?
Yes.
The bank account at FIB Bank is Serif Sawaneh?
Yes, Serif Sawaneh, and also Competence Company.
So one account would serve as your personal account and your business account?
Yes.
Did you That's fine. We'll get FIB Bank.
Guaranteed Trust Bank is only with Competence, not Sirif Sawaneh.
Okay.
And then FIB Bank is Sirif Sawaneh and also Competence.
Both?
Yes.
You don't have any other bank accounts? You've given us all your bank accounts?
Say it again.
Have you told the Commission all your bank accounts?
They have never. Well, you mean the investigators or?
This Commission. This is the Commission.
Yes, okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
This is the Commission. Have you informed the Commission today of all your existing bank accounts?
Yes, so far Ajib Bank, Trust Bank, Guaranteed Trust Bank, FIB, yes.
And Zenith Bank?
And Zenith, yes.
All right. I'm going to have admitted this certificate of incorporation because that's all we have. But we would like you to produce the documents for all your businesses, companies and businesses, even if they are not incorporated. Do you understand my request?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Mr. Chairman, I'll apply to have admitted the certificate of incorporation for General Parcel Services Limited. The witness undertakes to provide all the memorandum and articles of association for this company, as well as any other business or company that he might have.
Certificate of Incorporation of General Parcel Services Limited, dated 19th October 2005, admitted mark MS 69.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Sawaneh, you received quite a number of payments from Office of the President from various accounts that are the subject matter of investigation by this commission. You received from the tax recovery account at Trust Bank Limited 3 payments, and these payments are on the 4th of October 2013. You received $1,947,346. On the 8th January 2014, you received $730,254. On the 14th April 2014, you received $4,485,000. All these monies were paid into your trust bank account, the trust bank account of Sheriff Sawaneh. That's the one that I've just given you. This is just from the tax recovery account. You also received from the Kanaji mining account payment in the sum of $795,000 on the 26th June 2014. The sand mining account, you also received 2 payments, one for on the 2nd of February 2016, $245,000. On the 23rd of February 2016, $1,175,000. Okay. Now, Those are 6 payments. You also receive payments from the GNPC account, 2 payments, and from the International Gateway account. Why were you receiving so much money from the Office of the President?
I had various contracts.
You had?
Yeah.
Sorry, you had?
Various contracts.
Various contracts.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell the Commission about these contracts and how you came to have them.
One is from OP, and that is Justice Department, Ministry Building.
Okay.
And then
one is Justice Department Ministry Building.
Yeah,
can you explain further what is this Justice Department Ministry Building?
It was for renovation of the Ministry Building, Attorney General Chamber, AG Chamber.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the main building.
Who gave you this contract?
Actually, from OP.
By OP, you mean Office of the President?
Office of the President, yes.
Yes, tell us how you got this contract.
No, I was called, I think, if my memory serves me well, either by Secretary to Cabinet or Secretary General. I cannot remember that I should...
But you can't remember the office. Do you remember the names of the persons who called you?
There has been several calls, so I can't remember which one of them, particularly for Justice Department.
Who was Secretary to Cabinet at the time?
At that time was Nuha Toure.
Okay. You were called by either him or the Secretary General. Who was Secretary General at the time?
Sabali, Momodu Sabali.
All right. Yes, tell us about the call.
The second contract, you mean?
No.
Or the call?
Yes.
No, that I should go to, AG Chamber to cost, to see how much will cover, the renovation of the building.
To see how much?
How much, to do the costing.
To do the costing, okay.
Yes, for renovation of Justice Department building, which I did, and I sent it to Office of the President. And later I was called then by Justice Minister or from Ministry of Works too, that we should go and sign contract with the AG Chamber. Works Department should be, the controlling or supervising body, but they should also be a signatory to the contract. So I signed with Mr. Kamara, then PS, plus Mr. Mahoney, then Solicitor General.
That was the process you went through in order to obtain the contract?
Yes.
Do you have a copy of the contract with you?
Yeah.
Can you collect the copy of the contract that he has? Is that the original?
Yes, it's supposed to be.
That's fine, I have a copy. Let me see the original.
Yeah, it's the original.
Yes.
Signatures.
You have finished with this contract?
Yeah, certificated by Works Department, and then the Commission.
No, I ask you because the Commission would prefer the original if you finish the contract. So you said you were called and you signed this contract.
Yes.
That's it. Yes. How much was the contract for, or do you need it back to answer the question? This is a contract for the sum of $4,868,365. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I'm applying to have this contract, this agreement made on the 31st day of July 2013 between Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure and Competence Company Limited. rehabilitation works at the Attorney General's Chambers, Ministry of Justice.
Agreement dated 31st July 2013 between Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure and Competence Company Limited in respect of rehabilitation works at Attorney General's Chambers, Banjul, admitted NAC MS 70.
Mr. Sawaneh, how many contracts did you have with Office of the President?
Sometimes some are only small, contracts, so I could not recall all, but I had Justice Department, I had Battery Flat within State House, and also did
Battery Flats?
Yeah, Battery Flat is...
What does Battery Flats, tell us, what does it mean?
No, it's a 3-story building with, I think, 6 or 8 apartments just behind the parking when entering State House on the beach.
Okay, you built Battery Flats?
No, it was renovation.
For renovation?
For renovation.
Okay.
And,
yes, you're telling us.
And then also former medical and health, we call it bulldozer.
Call it?
Former medical and health, that's where you have, you had General Baji's office. When entering, is the first, from the first checkpoint from the market, the long buildings you see, and then also other buildings around it.
These are the 3 main contracts you had? And
also the cabinet room and, the State House, resident itself.
Okay.
But those are small, contracts of like 400,000. One of the payments you even, mentioned, I think the 245 or whatever is in connection to, cabinet room.
All right, we'll come to the payments. Let's deal with the contracts first. Now we've admitted the agreement, which is the contract in respect of the renovation of the Ministry of Justice. Do you have a contract for the Battery Flats?
Yes.
The contract, who are the parties to the contract? It's between...
This is Madi Jata, Deputy Secretary General at that time. And then,
can you speak up, please? We can't hear you.
Madi Jata, Deputy Secretary General at that time. And then myself, Lamin Sane, the late commander, as witness.
Okay, that's fine. What was the price? What was the value of the contract?
For battle flood is 9.996.360.00.
Can you repeat it and read it out in full? 9 million?
9,996,360.
What is the date of the contract?
21st, that is 21/12/12.
21st?
12/12, December.
21st December 2012.
2012.
How did you get this contract, Mr. Sawaneh?
This one, actually, I was also called by the former commander, CO, State House, Lamin Sane, the late Lamin Sane. Yes.
You said former commander?
State House.
State House.
Yes.
Late Lamin Sane.
Lamin Sane. Yes, that I should go and cost, battle flood. I went with him actually, so he took me around, and then he said that if you are done with the cost you deliver, I have to deliver it to, Office of the President, which, I did.
Do you have the costing as well that you delivered to the Office of the President?
That I gave it to Commander Sane at that time, yes. Not directly to the President, or, this was...
Do you have it? My question is, do you have a copy of what you gave to the Office of the President?
You mean the cost?
Yes.
Yeah, the BQ. The BQ, yes.
The BOQ?
Yeah, the BQ, yes.
Bill of quantities?
The bill of quantity, yes.
You have a copy with you?
Not with me here, but I can provide you.
Yes, please do provide a copy.
Okay.
Was this contract also under the supervision of the Ministry of Works?
No, this was under the supervision of late Commander Sane.
Commander Sane?
He was the supervising body.
All right. Let's have the document. Was he an engineer?
Say it again.
Was he an engineer?
An engineer?
He was an engineer?
Well, I have no knowledge about that.
Okay. He was supervising your contract?
Yes.
Okay. Can you hand it over to the young lady? So the contract says it's between Office of the President, State
Yes.
House Banjul, and Competence Company Limited.
Yes.
Is that the only document you have with regard to this contract? You don't have the BAQ, I know that. Do you have any other documents?
No.
Okay.
It's only the contract document.
All right. Mr. Chairman, may I apply to have admitted the agreement dated 21st December 2012 between Office of the President and Competence Company Limited with regard to renovation of battery flat apartment block at State House for the sum of $9,996,360.
agreement dated 21st December 2012 between Office of the President and Competence Company Limited in respect of renovation of Battery Flats State House, Banjul, admitted Mark MS 71.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Now, you've given us the contract for the agreement for 2 contracts.
Yes.
You said you had another one for inside of State House.
Yeah, that is the bulldozer, Republican National Guard office, the former medical and health.
The former medical and health.
Health, yes.
Okay. Do you have that contract?
I gave it to the investigators.
Or you don't have another copy? All right.
I can provide you one.
I'll show you a document that I have, and you'll confirm whether this is the one you're talking about. Can you show the witness this document, please?
Yeah, exactly. It's this one.
That's the document.
That's the
Can you go through and make sure, please?
No, it's the document.
That's a contract between the Office of the President and Competence Company Limited.
Yes.
It's for works at the Republican National Guard's offices.
Yes.
What's the value of the contract?
13,887,729.
13,887.
Yes.
How did you get this contract? And it's dated 23rd of August 2012.
Yes.
How did you get this contract?
This, I was called again by General Baji, to do the cost. And then I went around with him. He showed me what the area is supposed to renovate. Actually, that is the whole former medical health, building, except 2 buildings behind, just near the market. I did the costing and I delivered it to him. Later, I was called to come and, sign contract with him, which, I did in his office, and you can see
the document that you handed in to the investigators, which I gave you back, does not have any specifications. Do you have the specifications for that contract?
Specification like?
You did not have any description of the works that you are supposed to carry out?
Normally it is always on the BOQ.
You provided a bill of quantities?
Yes.
Was it a priced bill of quantities?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a priced bill of quantities?
It goes with it. You don't sign contract without, number one, with the sketch, and also, with the BOQ.
And you provided both?
Yeah, normally the contractor provide that one.
Okay.
So I did.
So for all these 3 contracts you provided?
All the 3 contracts, we sketched battery flat building, how it's supposed to look like when it finishes, and also that goes with the bill of quantity.
You have copies of these documents?
Yes, I have copy of
All right, thank you. Let's have that document back. So it was General Baji who called you and you provided
Yes, you can his signature. I signed it with him.
You signed the contract with General Baji?
And also, one is my, partner as my witness. The other one, that witness, General Baji, the signature is, I cannot read it.
Who signed on behalf of the Office of the President? I see General Baji seemed to have signed as a witness.
Yes.
Who signed on behalf of the Office of the President? Do you know the person?
No, the signature, definitely, like,
Who was the Secretary General at the time? Was it Dr. Njoguba?
No, I cannot recall, to be honest.
That's fine. Mr. Chairman, may I apply to have admitted construction agreement between the Office of the President and Competence Company Limited, dated the 23rd of August 2012, for the sum of $13,887,729 for certain works at the Republican National Guard offices in Banjul.
Agreement dated 23rd August 2012 between Office of the President and Competence Company Limited in respect of works at the Republican National Guard's office in Banjul, admitted Mark MS 72.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Who supervised this works, this contract? The National Guard's offices, renovation works?
General Baji himself.
Okay. All right. We would require the BOQ for all these contracts.
Okay.
Now, we're just going to have to go through the payments, and you'll tell us what, as you began to do, I think, what these payments are for. We'll start with the tax recovery account. On the, let's see which one is there. Sorry, do you have other contracts before we move on to the payments? You mentioned that you had other works. Did you sign contracts for the other works that you did?
Yes, those are. You mean with only OP or central or government itself?
Office of the President.
Yes, cabinet room.
You have other contracts?
Cabinet room and then the resident of the former
I can't
president.
hear you, really.
Yes, cabinet room.
Yes, can you produce the contracts that you have apart from these three that we admitted?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, can we have them, please, and tell us what they are?
I don't have the contract on that because I submit these, the three contracts are the main one that, I submitted with the investigators. But
Yes.
I can provide you, contract.
You have
on
other
that.
contracts
Yes,
that you
yes,
signed with
yes.
the Office of the President?
Yes, I will provide you that. I don't have it with me.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, we would like you to provide all the contracts that you had with the Office of the President,
Thank you, ma'am.
together with the BOQ.
Okay.
If you did provide a BOQ and the drawings.
I'll do that, certainly.
All right. Just so that we clear these payments, we'll start with the tax payments the payments you received from the tax recovery account. As I said, on the 23rd of September 2013, you received 200,000. You also received 1.9 million on the 4th October 2013. And then you received 4.485 million on the 14th of April 2014. Now, the evidence before this commission is that these payments were paid into that account with Trust Bank Limited. Yes. What are these payments for? Which of the contracts?
One is from Justice Department.
Which one? The 200,000 or the 1.9 million?
No, the 200,000 can be either retention or it could come from cabinet, lighting system.
If it's retention, retention for which of the contracts?
It could be retention, yes.
For which of the contracts?
I know two. I'm sure that one is for cabinet room. I cannot recall.
All right, to save the commission's time, what we will require you to do is to list all you have provided contract sums. At least the contracts provide a contract sum.
Yes.
You'll provide the rest of the contracts, the payments that you received, and you will assign them, you will arrange them, which payments were received in respect of which contracts. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
How were payments received?
How many?
Were all the payments paid into your bank accounts?
Yeah, some are given physical cash.
Physical cash?
Yeah, physical cash.
With regard to which of the contracts did you receive physical cash?
The battle flat contract with Republican National Guard 1 was funded partly by, ROC, embassy.
By?
And when they left...
Was funded partly by, sorry?
Yes, ROC.
ROC?
Yeah.
Republic of China on Taiwan.
On Taiwan, yes.
Yes.
Yes, and when they left, then the government took over. Then, they used to present check to the Office of the President. They will call me after their presentation, and then I will go and receive the check. Then when they left, the contract, some of the Battle Flat and Republican National Guard, they were all ongoing contract together. So then, the government picked up the payment after the departure of ROC embassy. So, to be honest with you, it will be difficult to recall, all these payments for, each particular contract, unless the invoices will tell. But as it is on the statement, payment transferring from central bank coming to my account,
You were telling us about cash payments.
Yeah,
which cash payments, for which contracts did you receive cash payments?
One for cabinet lighting system, cabinet room. No, that normally, I will receive it from the commander's office. I receive physical cash 2 or 3 times from CO Tamba, General Tamba, physical cash. Physical cash?
Yes. From General Ansumana Tamba?
Yes.
He was supervising the works for the cabinet room?
Cabinet room?
No, you said for the cabinet contract. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Mostly the commanders of State House, any given job within that range. For my own contract, is supervised by either the commander, State House, or the instruction will come from Secretary to Cabinet or Secretary General.
So you were receiving physical cash from who?
General Tamba.
It is with regard to?
Cabinet.
And which one?
The resident of the former president, yes.
You did work on the residence of the former president?
Yes.
What sort of works?
I did the walkways within the state, within the building, lighting system, the walkways, and then some tiling of the main building and painting of the main building too.
Right, and you are going to give us a list anyway. Now, you are saying you might have difficulties recalling. I'm not asking you to recall. You're a company, Competence Company Limited.
Yes.
Do you have offices?
Yes.
You have offices. Where are your offices?
Yes, in Bijilo.
In Bijilo?
Yes.
You have staff?
Yes.
You have an accountant?
Yes.
And you keep accounting records?
Absolutely.
So you should have no difficulties in providing to this commission all the payments, list of all the payments that you receive, as well as all the contracts, the BOQs.
Absolutely.
And necessary documentation.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you. Now, are you registered as under GPPA?
Sorry, Kaza. I think this is a convenient time to have a break. We'll rise. We'll be back at 12 noon.